Creating a workflow in the new user interface. One of the biggest changes that have been updated in this interface is how the job orders work. Essentially, you can create custom stages in the job that tie back to Mindscope scheduled activities. You can ensure the correct processes are being followed for each job. You can have different workflows for different clients or even different job types. For example, a temp job order would definitely have a different workflow than a perm job order. In this case, for my data entry processor rule, I have the stages of screening, internal submission, in-house interview, client submission, client interview, offer, joining, and placement. I can easily see what's part of this workflow by clicking on Workflow Template, and it's showing me exactly all the activities within each stage. It will also tell me if things are marked as mandatory, where in this case, any one of these activities are mandatory before moving on to the internal submission. Anything without a red star is optional. To create a new workflow, you'd have to go to My Company at the top. Now, you're only going to see this if you're an administrator. If you're not an admin, then you're going to go ahead and ask one of your admins to create this for you. Once you're in My Company, the first screen that loads up is the job order workflow. Here, you're going to find all the workflows that already exist, including the inactive ones. On the right-hand side, you have the option to create a new workflow. You can utilize all 7 buckets, or just keep it simple and use the 2. Now we're going to go ahead and add activities to the review stage. Here, we might add the activity of reviewed, an option to give a phone call to the candidate, an option to email the candidate, as well as an option to reject the candidate from this job order. If you want, you can make an item required. You can also make more than one item required and decide if both are required or any one of them are required. Once you're done with your changes, go ahead and click on Save. You would build your workflow, and once you're done, click on Save at the bottom right. Now, how does this actually get applied to job orders? Well, when you're creating a new job order, the first step is to actually pick the workflow from right over here. If you're unsure of what is part of the workflow, you can always click on the eye icon, and that'll show you exactly what stages and steps are part of this workflow, as well as what is required. On top of that, when you're cloning job orders, here you'll also have the option to pick a job order workflow.